Since we're not going to be having a Boku no Hero Academia chapter this week, I thought it was very appropriate to kind of dive into some of the things many have been talking about and wanted me to kind of address and discuss it as well. So, just as a brief FYI, once again, there is no chapter this week of Boku no Hero Academia. So, if you've been waiting for the chapter, you're like, where's the chapter, Chibi? There's no chapter. Horikoshi is taking a break for research purposes. For whatever he's researching, I have no idea. But most likely, if I had to assume anything, it's probably where to take his story. But anyways, diving headfirst into it, I just want to briefly warn all of you, if you're an anime only, this video is not for you. Because it will contain spoilers from the current content from the manga. So, if you're anime only, you clicked on this video, I do not recommend you to continue watching. Because I don't want to spoil you, and I know how it feels to be spoiled. So, don't worry. I just want to warn you. Anyways, diving headfirst into it, the topic of this video, I want to discuss Izuku and his overall skill ceiling, what is going to happen after this arc, especially what Eri is doing for him, you know, healing his body, and just, you know, everything to what could possibly happen. That's kind of what I want to dedicate this video to, talking about Izuku and what could happen. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I have no idea. I don't want it to be too long, but it's a very likely possibility it can be easily over 10 minutes. We'll just see where it goes. But, anyways, though, I want to talk about Izuku. So, as we all know, Izuku right now, he is able to be a madman. He's able to shatter his body without any worries whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to be diving into, you know, Eri in this, you know, actual video. I don't want to talk about Eri and talk about how she's broken or the problems or whatever. I've already discussed that all in length in different videos and in my separate reviews, so I'm not going to dive into Eri in this video. I'm just going to say it right now. So if you're looking for me to talk about Eri and why she's broken or whatever, you're not getting this from that video. So anyways, getting back into it though, as you know, Izuku, he's able to go all out. He's able to go madman, shatter his body without any repercussion because Eri is healing him at a rapid rate. And so what this effectively means is that Izuku is able to utilize everything. And when I mean everything of One for All. You know what we saw All Might do against, you know, All for One when he was going all in? Even though All Might was very impressive, that was incredible strength. Even then, All Might was nowhere near his max potential because he was weakened and his body could not take the stress at all thanks to the injuries he sustained many years ago. And so because of that, even though we saw All Might go all in, he necessarily was nowhere near the max, especially where Izuku is currently at right now. Even though Izuku's body can't necessarily take the damage, it doesn't matter. Because Eri is able to heal him no matter what. Even if he was to shatter his arm and break it in half, it's back. It's completely fine once again. He's able to keep going. And so he doesn't have to hold back. He doesn't need to worry. He can go all in and focus on taking out an opponent. So what this effectively means is that Izuku can use 100% and even beyond 100%, something that All Might couldn't even do without even worrying at all. And even though his body shattering is not permanent, or at least for what we know now, because of what Eri is doing for him. Now, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things, okay, once everything is said and done? Let's say Overhaul gets defeated, okay? Well, we know Overhaul will probably eventually get defeated, or he's going to escape, but let's just say Izuku wipes him out and this arc comes to a close. What's going to happen to Izuku, okay? Well, there is a very likely possibility that what Eri is doing when she's healing his body, there's a possibility that once she lets go of Izuku, his body's going to be completely shattered. We don't know how her ability completely works. You know, Horikoshi has yet to really dive into that and give a lot of clarification. So for all we know, as soon as she lets go of him, which is already kind of been emphasized as she lets go of him, his body's going to crack. But for all we know, as soon as she lets go of him, once his arc is done, he could just fall down. He can't even move. Like, he's completely paralyzed because he shattered everything in his body. That could happen. Now, if that does happen, which I don't probably think that'll happen for a long period of time, because then the series wouldn't be possible because he's our main character. So, getting into it though, what I think effectively could happen from a shonen standpoint is that this is going to raise his skill ceiling, or his level of his ability. And let me kind of discuss this. Izuku right now, he's not been able to use, like, and utilize, you know, One for All for very long and high levels of it. Like, he can't do 50%. It's not a possibility. He can't do 30%. It's just It's not a possibility. He would hurt himself. And he's already been told time and time again in recent arcs that you just cannot keep pushing yourself like this, because if you keep breaking your arms, you're going to make it to where it's going to be permanent. You're not going to be able to use your arms anymore. And so he's been having to kind of tone it down. He's not been able to go Madman Izuku. He has to keep it level. He has to worry about himself as well, because if he goes any further, it's just not a possibility for him to be a hero anymore. And so he's having to worry about his power. He has to worry about not using too much and keep it in check. But with this happening, he's able to utilize stuff that he normally would never be able to do. For instance, using 100% right off the bat. He doesn't need to hold back at all. Just goes all the way in, doesn't need to hold back whatsoever. So what this effectively means is that right now, Izuku is training his body. It's the best type of training. I mean, he's shattering his bones and all that, and Aries fixing him, but it's allowing his body to grow accustomed, or his mind at the very least, to grow accustomed to how he can utilize 100%. Now, I don't think once this arc is said and done, Izuku is going to be able to use 100% of, One for All, but there is a likely possibility he might be able to reach into the stages of 50 or 40% of using, One for All after this is done, because he got a feel for it. He got to use the ability and raise his overall, I guess, skill with it and learn how to control it better, for he doesn't break his body, and his body doesn't succumb to the pressure of the ability. That could possibly happen, because he's fighting with it right now. All out, 100% mode, over 100%, because his body is just shattering, he doesn't need to worry, so he most likely is growing accustomed to it. Now, anyways, getting into the next thing, there is also another possibility. Besides it raising Izuku's skill ceiling, there is another thing that we got to factor in. Since we don't really know how Aries' ability really works, like I said, I'm not going to dive completely into it, but since we don't really know how it works, there is a possibility Izuku could lose One for All. Now, I don't think permanently, but we need to look at something real quick. Let's look at One for All's quirk in general. One for All is a quirk, a stockpile quirk, that's passed down throughout generations. It's been many generations since it's passed down. A lot of people have had this quirk, and every time someone gets it, a new person, they have the strength from the previous, but then their strength is added on top of it, so they're stronger, and a stronger user every single time. And it's just constantly been a repeat. However, what's to say Eri rewinding Izuku's wounds is not also rewinding the quirk? Now, when we think about the rewind that Eri has, you would assume it would, go away instantly. Or it's not possible for rewind to go away. Or, I mean, the One for All to go away thanks to rewind. Because it's not necessarily Izuku's quirk. That's inaccurate. That's very inaccurate. Let's think about what Eri has done to Overhaul. She separated them. Rewind them, separated them. We also found out from Overhaul that she could apparently turn people into monkeys, so that means that she's able to manipulate the genetic code or DNA of people, if that really is a possibility. So, if she is capable of something like that, there is a likely possibility if she is rewinding, Izuku, that she's probably rewinding One for All. Now, what does this mean? Well, if she really is rewinding it, that would mean that its strength is actually growing weaker. Its overall max cap is getting a lot smaller. Because if she's rewinding the ability through time, that would mean that she's going back generations of One for All. You know how All Might is strong and he passed it to Izuku? Well, Izuku will be stronger than All Might because of the stock ability. Well, if the quirk is being rewinded, there's a possibility that it went back to All Might's level of power, and then it's going past All Might, his teacher, his mentor, and then going past her, and going further and further back. So the overall top level of this power, the 100% of it, could be getting weaker and weaker. To put it in a simple way to understand, All Might's 100% is like Izuku's 95%, or maybe 90%, okay? Just to kind of give a level sum, okay? And that would mean that every single user gets stronger. But if it's going back, that would mean that, for instance, the rewind is just making the ability weaker, the stockpile of strength is disappearing, and so Izuku's 100% is lowering by a percentage, like every single second as long as Eri holds him. So this could have permanent repercussions on the level of One for All. That's what I want to point out. Now, anyways, with all that being said and done, I think that this arc is pretty freaking amazing, because I believe something very bad is going to happen. Something very permanent is going to happen to Izuku. Either he's going to lose and fail, and Eri's probably going to get kidnapped or die, or he's going to have something very permanent happen to him to where it messes him up completely for a very long period of time. One or the other. I could definitely see something very bad happening, and maybe that is why Horikoshi is taking a break. But I just wanted to point all of this out. If you're unaware of it, there you go. I love you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please leave a like. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Stay healthy. Please be safe. Chibi out.